All right, welcome again, everybody, to our Saturday morning breakfast call, Saturday, November 4th, 2017. My name is Joel Broughton. I'm here with my beautiful wife and business partner, Kristen. And, hey, let's get right into it. I just want to start, as we always do, by congratulating those folks that have earned a check, earned matching postcards, or building their business in the last week. So congratulations to Stan and David and Zana, Greg, Brian, Twanzel, Justine. Congratulations to Kent and Jim, Joseph, Carrie, Joe, Henry, Patty, Charles, Ja, Sam, Robert, Leonard, Jack, Brad. Congratulations to Wendy and Robert, David, William, May, Christina, Marianne, Jerry, Linda, Willie, Fred, Sean, Pandora. Congratulations to Clinton and Virginia, Karen, Donald, Shakira, Mark, Roy, Veronica, Barry, Jerry, Beverly, Sandra, Lisa, William, Angela. Congratulations to John and Clyde and Richard, Robert, Kim, Faith. Congratulations to Jenny and Marge and Christopher, Michael, Charlesy, Michael, Kevin, Lloyd, Moses, Alonzo, Brian, Pat, Stephen, Dara, Gail. Congratulations to Timothy and Georgetta, Steve, Mike, Obra. Congratulations to Sharon and Dion, Nicole, Franklin, Mark, Annette, Wolf. Congratulations to William and Lorraine and Brett and Alan and David, Lisa, Lonnie, Mark, Travis, Bill, Stephen, Diana, Middleton, Beverly, Elysia. Congratulations to Joe and Harold, Tammy, Ruby, Cynthia, RC, George, and they just keep going on and on and on. Congratulations to Bonnie and Robert and Barbara, Stu, Lavon, Marianne, Raymond, Deborah. Congratulations to Rosalind, Lauren, Aaron, Dominique, Deborah, Betty. Congratulations to Jacola, Alicia, Lamisha, Juan, and Brittany. And, hey, congratulations to everybody that's building their business, that's making an effort, that's sending out postcards, that's doing more today than you did yesterday, that's doing more this week than you did last week to be able to grow a successful business from home. I just want to give you guys a couple of quick updates. We just this week we added a new little section beneath the sponsor. So if you go to your dashboard, you can see just a little bit of an additional upline support. You can actually see now your first active Elite Plus leader in your dashboard. Now, if your sponsor is an Elite Plus, an active Elite Plus member, it won't show anything there, because your sponsor is fully active. They're an Elite Plus member. They're building the business. They're the ones that you need to work with and talk to. But if your sponsor isn't, if your sponsor's inactive, or if they're an affiliate member or just getting kind of going, we've added an additional section where you can get support from somebody who's definitely fully committed to the business as an Elite Plus leader. We put their phone number and their email in there so that you guys can have access to people that are definitely working the business, excited about the business in your upline as well. And we'll look at making a few more adjustments and things like that to be able to help you get more support and just to be able to help continue growing the business for everybody. I know, sometimes I get phone calls from people saying, hey, my sponsor's not active, they're not interested, they're here, but they're not working. Can I talk to somebody else? So we added that just to be able to help you guys out in getting some more support, getting some more help, encouragement. Sometimes it just takes a simple phone call to really encourage somebody to let them know that they're on the right track. So if you start getting more phone calls from your downline and from people who aren't necessarily your direct members, that's why you're getting the phone calls. Let's spend some time to help them and work with them and encourage them. And of course, hey, you get paid down 5 levels. So for you to be able to help support some of those members, that'll definitely help out your business as well. The other thing I want to mention, some of you don't know this, I think we updated this a few weeks ago, but I just want to mention it again. We do have a compensation plan page now in our back office. Obviously, we've had compensation for a long time, but I never really put like, okay, here's how you get paid, here's what you get paid on, here's the percentages, here's the point values and things like that of every single different product that we have. And as you can see, there's a big list of things that we offer and that we sell to your members on your behalf that you can get paid on. So again, by just bringing people into the system, we're going to be able to offer them a lot of different things. And hey, every little $1, $2, $3, $5, $10 starts to add up the bigger and bigger your downline gets. You can just ask any of the leaders that have been with us for some time and that have decent size organizations. Their commission and their compensation, just on a regular basis is just like $1, $2, $2, $10, $20, $30, $2, $2, $2, $5. It just adds up and adds up and adds up the more and more bigger the organization is. People don't need to spend $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 on one product for you to get paid a significant income. You can have a lot of people putting in a little bit, and to me, that makes a really stable income as well. Because if you lose one person or two people or five people in your business, if they only account for a small percentage of your overall commissions, you can still sleep well at night. You don't have to worry about it. But if one or two people are what consist of your entire income, if your whole business is predicated on, getting a commission from a couple of people, then it makes it really difficult for you to kind of have a solid, stable business. So one of the things that we do here at Postcard Networker, of course, is to spread out a lot of the income over the course of a lot of people and the downline. So it takes a little bit longer to build sometimes, but once you build it, you can feel very safe and secure in your business knowing that that income is going to come in month after month after month after month without a huge change in it or a huge decrease in it, even if one or two people decide that this isn't no longer for them and they want to quit. So go check out the compensation plan page if you haven't already. It's definitely available for you. If it doesn't make sense, just ignore it. You don't need to know all of that, right? Just put people in the business. We'll take care of it for you. But for those of you guys that are interested specifically in the numbers, we've made that available for you. Okay. Okay, so today I just want to talk about how to get rich. Everybody likes money, right? Everybody on the call here likes money. Everybody wants to get more money. And I just put how to get rich, but specifically it's, more like how to get full-time, how to be able to generate a regular income, how to be able to quit your job, how to be able to generate an income full-time from home in network marketing, in postcard marketing, in internet marketing. And really, so as we start to talk about this, whatever you want to label it or call it, getting rich or replacing your income or generating a full-time income or, having a residual income, there's all kinds of ways we can frame it. But the most important thing, I believe, in getting rich or generating more money than you currently have or being able to work full-time is simply going full-time. Okay, the process of going from, I'm interested in making money, I'm looking for a business, and being able to actually work full-time and generate a full-time income. So the importance isn't just on being able to build an income, but the importance is going from having kind of a business set up, being able to generate some money, right? Like, we got to start somewhere, and that's what I think a lot of people miss. Hopefully you're not missing it. But a lot of people miss the fact that if you can't generate $10 or $20 or $2 or $50, you're not going to generate $10,000. Okay, you're not going to be able to generate $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month. You have to start with that $2 commission, that $10 commission, that $20, $30, $50, $100 commission, $200, $500 commission. Like, you can't just go to $10,000 overnight. This isn't a lottery. This isn't, but I mean, a lot of people kind of have that lottery mentality, like, well, no, but I just want it to explode. I just want it to go crazy. I just want to go overnight. And we want it so bad sometimes that we tend to jump around. We tend to keep thinking that, the grass is greener on the other side. We think that, well, if I just find the right business, right? If I just find the right opportunity, if I just find the right compensation plan, if I just find the right product, if I just find the right opportunity, if I just find the right upline, if I just find the right leadership, if I just find the right, thing to say, if I just find the right opportunity, like, it's not about that, okay? It's about you, okay? It's about your mindset. It's about you making a decision to learn and to work and to build and to attract prospects to the opportunity and to continue doing that. I've seen people with so many, with such awesome skills. I've talked to some of them, and I can't really call them leaders, but I can call them people, either salespeople or people with, following, people with some skills that have come and gone from Postcard Networker. And the crazy thing about it is they left Postcard Networker, they built a significant business in Postcard Networker, then left to try to do something else. And they're basically getting the same results in the new opportunity. And I talked to some people that know them, and they're like, yeah, they're still just kind of fumbling around. They've changed 2, 3, 4 different opportunities since Postcard Networker. And their problem isn't the opportunity. Their problem is the focus, right? Their problem is being able to break through and go full-time in the first place. So part of the reason why I'm saying this is I just want you to understand that it's not about finding the best there's not one opportunity in our industry that is going to propel you to going full-time, okay? You can go full-time with any opportunity or virtually any opportunity. I mean, some are obviously not necessarily that hot, but virtually any opportunity you can go full-time, make a full-time income with, okay? The problem is most people don't stay focused long enough to be able to build that income. All right, most people just don't stay in it long enough, so they're kind of jumping around. And every time you jump to a new opportunity, you may think that you have a better opportunity in that business, a fresh opportunity, a new opportunity. It's, and you take some of the people that have been following you with you. But what I found is that every single time somebody jumps to a new opportunity, they completely start over. Right, you're starting from scratch again and again and again and again, and that's just not going to build you a full-time income. That's not going to get you financially free. If you start, it's basically starting a new business every time you move, right? Every time you jump, every time you think that the new business, the new comp plan, the new product, whatever launch is going to be better, okay? To be able to go full-time, to be able to make a full-time income, to be able to take that make that transition, you need to take hold of a business and just consistently do it for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, okay? 6 years, 10 years, however long it takes. And the only reason why it's different for you and for me and for everybody is because, number one, we put in different amounts of time, right? We learn at different rates. We're committed differently. Like somebody might be fully all in committed, learning every day, building every day, enrolling people. Our sales skills, right, are different. Some people might be really good storytellers and sales people, and other people might have to kind of develop that skill and get comfortable talking to people and get comfortable leading people. And that's okay. Everybody can do it. Everybody has the ability to do it. It's just, whether or not you allow yourself in your mind to develop those skills. It's just whether or not you allow yourself to develop into the person you need to be able to create the kind of income that you want, to be able to go full time, to be able to get that, right? So when I talk about getting rich, when I talk about making more money, the number one thing you need is to stop working at your job. Okay? Stop working for somebody else. Stop punching a clock and trading it for a salary. That is literally the number one thing that you need, okay, to be able to get rich, to be able to make more money than you ever thought possible, to be able to create an unlimited amount of income, okay? Now, I'm not saying quit your job. Please, hopefully nobody clicked that email already to their boss and said, yeah, Joel told me, quit my job, that's the number one thing I need. That's not the point, right? You still need an income to live. You need an income to pay for advertising. You need an income to pay to join businesses, to buy products, to buy advertising, to buy postcards, so you need that base income to be able to do that. However, the difference is when you go full time, you have more time to build your business, right? And time gets you something that no amount of money can replace, okay? When you're able to focus 8 hours a day on building your business instead of going to a job, instead of punching a clock, instead of trading time for money, your complete world will shift. I promise you that, okay? And for those of you that have already kind of made that step to going full-time and to spending a lot of time, I mean, some of you have the luxury of maybe being retired and having a pension. Some of you might, have a spouse that works full-time and you can stay at home and build your business full-time. But for those of you that aren't there yet, I just want to tell you that when you get to that point, your whole world is going to be different. I haven't lived in a position of having to work since 2004. Okay, so that's like 13 years ago. And I can almost not imagine now. It's difficult for me to imagine that people work a full-time job, that people continue to trade their time for money. Sometimes I have to obviously put myself back in that position and really focus on that, but sometimes I just can't believe that anybody would choose that, okay, versus building their own thing, being an entrepreneur, building their own business, okay? However, when I think about that, I think, yeah, that it was difficult. Like, it was hard to make that transition from part-time to full-time. It's not going to come like, nobody's going to hand this to you. Nobody's going to say, yeah, go be a full-time entrepreneur, right? You have to work at it. And really, when it comes down to it, your focus needs to be on going full-time, not on making $50,000 a month. Okay, now here's the distinction, or here's the difference. Take what you're currently making as a salary. Okay, write it down. Write down what your current salary is from your current job. Whether you're making $30,000 a year, whether you're making $50,000 or $100,000 a year, write that down. Okay, now that's the number one thing we need to replace first. Okay, that income. But we don't just need to replace that income. We need to actually make a little bit more than that to be able to cover advertising, to be able to cover growth costs, right? You can't just quit your job when you're making the same amount of money from your home-based business, or you'll fail. You need to be making more. So the goal is to be able to actually get there. And I'm going to give you, one tip here, and then we'll talk about, I'm actually going to give you guys, for those of you guys that stay on the call, for the whole call, I'm actually going to give you a free CD that kind of goes through how to go full-time with postcard marketing in depth. But here's the thing. With going full-time, you want to focus on incremental increases, right? You want to focus on first just building your team, and taking some of your job income and investing it in your business, okay? And the more of your job income you can invest in your business, the quicker you can go full-time. The quicker you can go full-time, the faster you're going to have more time freedom to be able to learn, to be able to grow, to be able to build your business. And the quicker you're going to be able to get rich, the quicker you're going to be able to build that wealth, right? The quicker you're going to be able to accelerate the speed at which your business grows. Okay, so if you're currently making $5,000 a month at your job, you really only need $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, maybe $8,000 a month in your business to be able to quit your job, right? Now, that may seem difficult. That may seem unattainable for some people if you're only currently making $5 or $10 or $100 or $200 or $300 a month. But what happens is once you've got the $100 a month coming in, or $10 a month coming in, or $50 or $1,000 a month, whatever it is, wherever it is that you're at, I want you to understand that you've started the process of creating the leverage, building the team, building the downline, and building the wealth that you need to be able to get to the next level. Okay? I started by making $6. My very first check in this industry, in network marketing, was $6. Okay? I was actually really excited about that $6 because something shifted in my mind to say, yeah, this actually can generate money. Like, it's real. It's not a scam. It's not a ripoff. It's not, it will pay me for the results that I create. Just because I haven't been able to create huge results yet means that I only got $6 instead of $10,000, right? So if you get a check for $1 or $2 or $10 or $50 from Postcard Networker, you have to look at that not as, oh, I only got $50 or I only got $200. You have to look at that as, that's a great place to build upon because I understand that I can make money, because I understand that it can work. I just need to be able to, continue to work harder, longer, send more postcards, advertise more, talk to more people, do whatever I need to do to be able to increase that income, right? So you just continue building and building and building. And the big idea really is that when I kind of went full time, when I first kind of was able to quit my job, all I did was I simply just cut back my personal expenses and spent more money on my business. Okay? Like that literally, like if you want the one thing you can do today to be able to grow to get to full-time, to get to like a full-time income or a position where you can quit your job, literally all I did, like I worked hard and I learned and I grew and I built my downline and I used the strategies and things like that. So there's a lot of little technical things in there, but the main thing that I did was that I cut back my expenses and I spent a lot more money on my business than I did like on myself. All right, I literally probably for at least a few years didn't spend any money on myself, on like new shoes or new clothes or vacations or any of that kind of stuff while I was building my business to be able to go full time. I bought advertising. I bought classified ads in newspapers. That was like my excitement. It's like, oh, I've got an extra $50. I'm going to buy another classified ad. Not, I'm going to go get a new pair of shoes, or I'm going to get the new iPhone, well, iPhones didn't exist back then, I don't think, but I'm not going to get the new whatever, right? I mean, it just, a lot of people save up for vacations. I wasn't saving up for a vacation. I was trying to spend every dollar I had to be able to generate more leads, to be able to build leverage, to be able to build my downline, to be able to find more people like me so that I could get the leverage to be able to work full time. Does that make sense? So I'm not saying you have to spend every single dollar into your business, but I am saying every dollar you spend today to build your business, to grow your downline, to get more leverage, creates tens of thousands of dollars 5 years from now, as long as you stick with the same business, as long as you stick with it. The moment you jump to a new business, you just start over again. You may as well flush everything down the toilet that you spent, that you learned, that you grew in the last business or in this business. Okay? And the only reason why I say that, I mean, the knowledge you kind of take with you, a few of the people you might take with you, but the momentum just gets completely stopped. All right? You have to literally start from scratch again. So our focus, again, needs to be on going from not getting rich, not making $1 million, not getting $10 or $20 or $50,000 a month. Okay? That can be your long-term goal. That can be a goal that you set for yourself of where you really want to be. That can be your dream. But our short-term goal needs to be buying our time back, right? being able to quit our job, being able to replace our income. Okay, and really that time is what's going to create more wealth in your life. And once you go full time, so here's the key, like once you get to a position of being able to go full time, now we're at a point where we really need to focus on positioning yourself as a leader, right? Positioning yourself at the top, positioning yourself above everybody else. Okay, and I'm not saying that to be like, oh, we're better than the other people because we're full-time or we're rich or we make so much money. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that people look up to leaders. People look up to people that position themselves to allow other people to follow them. Our industry is spectacular because there is every day new people joining that are completely new, that need somebody to follow, that need a leader to follow, that need people to follow. And for those of you guys, even if you're not full-time yet, that are starting to write your book, that are starting to become a brand partner, to get your own postcards, things like that, I mean, that literally is the step that you're going to take. You're going to take it at some point, okay? Trust me. If you are going full-time and you want to get rich in this industry, at some point in your business, you will, mark my words, you can write this down, you will either have your own website, have your own blog, have your own book, have your own CD course, have your own postcard, or something like that, okay? Not to go full-time, not to get there. You don't necessarily need it to be able to generate that initial bit of income, all right, or that initial kind of splurge. You'll get there quicker if you have your own postcard or your own book or your own site or your own system or your own audio course or whatever. You will get there faster. But even if you don't, you can use our Postcard Networker to get to that point where you'll be able to quit your job and go full time. But once you're there, I'm telling you right now, you will want to write your own book or have your own blog or have your own system or have your own postcards or have your own site, something. You will do that. So the question really is, you can do that before or after you go full time, but that's kind of the next step, is to position yourself as a leader for other people to follow. And you know, you don't have to be a speaker. You don't have to be, you know, having training calls for an hour once a week or anything that I do. I do it because I enjoy it. I do it because I want to help people. I do it to be able to give people content and perspective and allow you to kind of be able to build your business. But when I first started, you couldn't catch me on a training call. You couldn't, I mean, I could barely pick up the phone and talk to prospects over the phone, okay? I would literally, and, you know, if any of you guys have read my book or listened to some of our training or audios or things like that, I would literally like pick up the phone, call prospects, and hang up the phone when they picked it. They would say hello, click, and I would literally hang up the phone on them, okay? So they weren't rejecting me. I was like rejecting them because I didn't want to talk to them because I was afraid, right? I was scared because I didn't know yet what that conversation was going to be like. And a lot of people kind of laugh at that and they think, wow, that's kind of funny. You used to hang up on people. But my point is, listen, I was so, when I first started, I was so afraid of talking to people, but now look at me now, right? I just practiced. I got used to it. I got over it. And I only tell you these kind of stories to say that it doesn't matter where you're currently at. It doesn't matter if you're scared to talk on the phone. It doesn't matter if you don't want to write your own book. It doesn't matter if you don't want to put your face or your picture on the website. I mean, we have people that won't even use their real name in our business. That's okay. Okay? If you're scared to use your own real name, you can start there too. Okay? Eventually, you'll get to the point where you're okay with using your name. You're okay with putting your picture on. You're okay with doing an audio. You're okay with talking to people. You're okay with all of this stuff in our industry. Okay? The longer you're in it, the easier it will be for you. The more comfortable you'll get with it. Okay? It's just a function of time and practice. It's a function of you being exposed. It's a function of you being around other people that are doing the same thing that we're doing. Does that make sense? So even if you don't want to position yourself as a leader today, I'm telling you right now that after or before you go full-time, that is one of the steps that you will want to do, okay? Write your own book, have your own CD, have your own course, have your own blog, have something, okay, or all of it. But you will want to start positioning yourself as a leader. Now, one of the other things that we are going to do after going full-time to be able to really accelerate our wealth and to be able to accelerate our business is encourage and inspire other people. You don't necessarily have to drag people with you, but you want to be positive. You want to really encourage them to be able to build their business. The same way that I encourage every single one of you every single Saturday, listen, it's possible. You can do it too. If I did it 13 years ago and I'm still working full-time, I've never had a job, I've never even thought that was a possibility ever since. Part of the reason why is because I have so much time during the day, right? I literally have 24 hours where I don't have to go report anywhere to be able to get paid, right? So I have so much time to be able to create income, to be able to create wealth, to be able to spend with my family, to be able to go on vacations, to be able to do whatever I choose to do, okay? I want to get you to that point. Part of it is being positive. Part of it is encouraging people. Part of it is inspiring other people to want to succeed the same way that we want to succeed, okay? And again, you don't need to have this inside of you today, but you can start today by starting to be positive, starting to rid yourself of the negativity. There is people in our business, of course I'm never going to name names, but actually these people probably have quit by now, but I've seen emails from uplines, right, and from sponsors and from people that their new member joins and they're excited, and the sponsor sends them an email, something like, well, I haven't really made a lot of money in this yet. I'm not rich yet, so it probably doesn't work. Anyway, good luck. I'm not doing it anymore, right? And to me, it's like, how could you possibly ever send an email like that to someone that's brand new in your business, your downline? You generated that person. You helped them join. You're going to get paid if they're successful, and yet you discourage them. And yet you say, you probably shouldn't do it either. Like, no wonder why people aren't making money in this industry. Duh. It's because they're not encouraging other people. They're not inspiring their downline. They're saying, yeah, I made a little bit of money, or I didn't make any. I don't know if it works. What do you think? Right? If you don't have something good to say, don't bother. Right? Don't say anything at all. It doesn't make sense, especially to your downline. Okay? If you don't want to do the business, don't do the business, but don't steal somebody else's dreams, right? If you want to have a huge successful business, if you literally want to get rich in network marketing, in postcard marketing, in internet marketing or affiliate marketing or anything you want to call it, if you literally want to get rich, you are no longer allowed to say anything negative to anybody else in this industry. Do you understand that? You are no longer entitled to. You cannot. Don't say anything negative to your upline. Don't say anything negative to your downline. Don't say anything negative to your peers. Period. You cannot ever be negative if you want to get rich in this industry. The reason why is because everybody in this industry is an entrepreneur. Everybody in this industry is working for themselves. And if you're not encouraging, if you're not good to be around, nobody's going to want to be around you. If you're negative, you can go hang out on scam.com with all the other people that want to be negative. None of those people ever make a dime in our industry. They just complain, 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 complain. If you want to go hang out with the complainers, you know where to find them. It's not hard, right? But if you want to get rich, you need to be positive 100% of the time, to the upline, to the downline, to everybody. I'll tell you what, the second that you're negative to your upline's no longer going to want to call you back. They're not going to want to text with you. They're not going to want to work with you. They're not going to want to encourage you or help you. A lot of people in network marketing used to tell me this. All of your negativity, send to your upline. All of your positivity, send to your downline. Okay? I believe that is so wrong. I believe that's like the worst thing. If you have complaints and negativity and all that crap, don't send it to your upline. Your upline is actually, you don't want to poison the people that are training and helping and supporting you. Your mentors, your people that you want to learn from, you want to be positive with. You want them to look at you like a shining star. You want them to look at you like, this is a person really going places, right? I'm going to tell you right now, just listen, I like to be honest, sometimes to a fault. I'm a little too honest, but I'll tell you what. If two people call me, okay, right now, and one of them is always super positive and good to talk to and happy and building their business, and the other one always complains about something, I'm not going to talk to the complainer. It's just human nature. I don't want to talk to somebody who's going to bring me down. Okay, now if there's legitimately an error with a website that needs to get fixed or something like that, that's different, right? Like, okay, here's a technical error, please fix it, great, let's move on. Not, oh, there's another error with the website and that's what's dragging me down and it'll never work and why can't we ever, like, and then those people wonder why we distance ourselves as leaders from them. Because we understand that if they're being dragged into all that negativity, and if that's where their mind is, we're not going to let them drag us down with them. We're just going to let them crash and burn by themselves, right? And we're going to go move on to all the positive people. So if you want to have a super successful business and you want to be tight with your mentors, if you want to be tight with your leaders, if you want to be best friends with somebody who's working full-time, who's making a full-time income, be positive with them. Attract them, right? Be excited. Why you ever want to have a negative conversation with anybody in this industry does not make sense. Okay? So as we go in our business, now again, this is whether you're first starting out or whether you're full-time and want to get rich or whatever, you need to be positive, up and down, to your downline, to your upline, to everybody, to your crossline, to sideline, to people that aren't even in your business, you need to be positive. People will want to work with you if you are always positive, happy, encouraging, inspiring. If you're negative and complaining, people will not only not want to work with you, they won't even want to talk to you. They won't want to be around you. They won't want to be your friend, right? They'll completely avoid you, and they won't. Here's the key. Here's the epiphany, right? They won't tell you. They're not going to tell you they don't want to be around you. They're not going to tell you that they don't want to talk to you because you're so negative all the time. They're just going to do it. They're just going to avoid you. They're just going to ignore you. They're just going to move on and build their business. Okay? So no negative up, no negative down. Positive up, positive down, positive across, positive all over the place. The more encouraging and inspiring you are as a human being to your family, to your spouse, to your kids, to your business partners, to your friends, to your family, the more everybody's going to love you, adore you, want to work with you, want to help you, want to support you. You can practice. You want to practice being encouraging and inspiring? You want a little, if you want a little task or a little challenge, I guess, for this weekend, be encouraging to your family, to your spouse, and to your kids this weekend. Go out of your way, okay, this weekend, today and tomorrow, to be overly encouraging, thankful, positive, okay, with your spouse and with your kids, okay, or whoever you live with your mom, with your dad, with your cousin, okay, overly, like overboard. Just do it as a test, okay? I guarantee you, you'll see a difference in the way that they look at you, just in a day or two, okay? You will see with your immediate family, with your spouse, if you treat them better than you treat yourself, if you encourage them, if you're super positive and excited and happy, no matter what, for the next 2 days, your spouse is going to be smiling, they'll be happy, they'll be, wow, you're in a really great mood. And then guess what happens to them? All of a sudden they get in a great mood. All of a sudden they want to give more. All of a sudden they want to be happy and positive too. And if you do that every day, your whole life shifts, right? But just do it today. Just do it today and tomorrow and see what happens. Now, when you do that little experiment, when you do that little activity, okay, whatever you want to call it, challenge, with your immediate family, and you see that it works, you see that that positivity rubs off on them. You see that encouraging them, smiling at them, like a simple smile, just smile. You smile at your spouse or your kids 20 times in the next 2 days, just simple little smile, they're going to feel happier. You'll see it. And then what I want you to do is I want you to use that experience in your business. Because now you understand, like if you do that with your immediate family and you see that, yeah, that does really work. People are happier. People are happier with the positivity. People are happier, when I encourage them. People are happier when I thank them. You'll see that if you do that with your immediate family, it's the same thing in your business. And then you'll start to think, wow, maybe I should start doing that in my business. And not just with my downline, not just with people making me money, with everybody, with my prospects, with my upline, with my peers, with other people on the training calls. If I'm super positive, encouraging, and inspiring with everybody, all of a sudden my whole business starts to shift. And the final thing I want to talk about today, and then I'll give you guys a free CD for hanging out with us today, is leverage. I mean, when you first start in the business, you have zero leverage, right? You join, you're on your own. You're starting to build the business. That's actually the hardest thing to do. Because when you're the only one building your business and you're spending $100 or you're spending $50 in advertising or postcards or whatever, and you're buying stamps and you're sending them out and you're getting a small response and you're like, oh, I wish I could get a better response. I wish I could get more people. You're never really necessarily going to get a better response from postcards, okay, or from a Google advertisement or a Facebook ad. But the difference is when you have 100 people all running a Facebook ad or all sending out 100 postcards each, now you got 10,000 postcards. Now, the response rate doesn't change, the percentage doesn't necessarily change, but the results, the profit for you changes when you have leverage. Does that make sense? So the hardest thing when we first get started is understanding that leverage will come over time, but it takes time to build the employees or the affiliates, right, the workers, the other people that are contributing to your business. It takes time to build that, right? And the benefit that we have from a home-based business like Postcard Networker or like any other network marketing company is that we can basically get affiliates or other independent distributors, right, to be able to join us and build our business. Normal businesses have employees for their leverage, right? They got to pay them a salary. So for us, if we're working a job and we're going to work for somebody else to generate income, we really don't have a lot of money to go pay an employee, right, to build our business for us. But the great thing is we can just pay them commissions, right? The affiliates or the independent distributors just get a commission of sales. We get an override of their commissions, right? And on and on. So that leverage is the key to getting rich in any business. Any business. You can't run a solo business. You can't be like a solopreneur, right, and get rich. You just can't. You can make a really good income, but you can't get rich. You need leverage through employees or through affiliates or other independent distributors, other people that are contributing. The more you have, the more rich you get, right? The more leverage you have, and you can get leverage through automation as well, right? But the more affiliates you have in your business that are contributing time and money and energy to be able to grow the downline, to be able to grow your business, the more rich you're going to get, the more money you're going to get, the bigger your business is going to be. Okay, does that make sense? If you want to have a huge business in network marketing, here's my advice to you. Build your Postcard Networker business over the next 2 to 3 to 4 or 5 years, and you'll have a huge business, period. The people that have been with us for going on 2 years, year and a half, 2 years, have thousands of members in their downline. The people who quit went and started over somewhere else. And then they quit that too, went and started somewhere else, went and started somewhere else. They have like 10 people, 4 people, 2 people, right? The people that stay with us for years build a huge business. It really, truly is that simple. Now, obviously, those people are sending postcards, they're advertising online, they're talking to people, they're growing their business, they're talking to their team, they're working with them, they're developing skills, they're doing all the things that I've been talking about them doing, right? You can't just be in the business and never do anything and have a huge business at the end of 5 years. But think about this. If you spend the next 2 to 5 years building a postcard business, building your downline, building your income streams, reinvesting to be able to grow bigger, there's a huge potential for you to be able to quit your job in a year or 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years. Some people look at that and say, well, that's too long, Joel. That really is too long. I want to be able to quit my job in the next 3 months because I hate my boss and I hate my job. And people told me that I could do it online and I could become a millionaire. And if I was a millionaire, I would quit my job. You don't need to become a millionaire to quit your job, right? You don't need to make $1 million to quit your job. You just need to replace your income and have some extra money for advertising. That's it. So if you're making $40,000 a year right now, you only need $4,000 plus maybe a couple grand for advertising. You only need $6,000 a month. That starts with the first $10. It starts with the first $50, $100, right? We have to build our business. We have to spend the time. We have to grow. It's a grind. We have to learn some skills. We have to work with our team. We have to be positive and encouraging. If you don't want to do that, fine. Go work at your job for the next 10 or 20 years. That's fine too. You can be miserable. Most employers will allow you to be miserable at your job as long as you complete your tasks. Okay? You can be successful. They'll pay you every week. You can go there and be miserable. But if you want to be positive, you want to grow your business, you want to change your life, then these are some of the steps you need to take. Okay? And leverage, your focus needs to be on leverage more than anything. Okay? Getting other people started and helping them. Positively encouraging them, being there for them, okay? The more you're there for your team, the more they'll build their business too, period, okay? The more you will answer their questions, help them, encourage them, work with them when they ask for help, the more they'll continue doing it. If you don't have leverage in this industry, if you don't have leverage in any business, you really don't have a business, you're just working for yourself. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up today. I've got, like I said, I've got a free CD for you guys that you can get. It's How to Go Full-Time with Postcard Networker, with Postcard Marketing. This is actually a audio recording of a live event that we did probably about a year ago in Philadelphia. So some people attended live. For those of you guys that remember it, you might want to pick up the CD again just as a refresher. But basically, this is a great, piece of training, I think, that you can listen to over and over and over again. And it really puts the pieces of the puzzle together in a very simple way. This will kind of teach you how to go from like getting started, or if you're making $500 a month right now, to being able to replace your job. Okay, this is like the piece that you need to be able to quit your job. Okay, so I'm going to give you a free audio CD if you want to pick it up. I'm just going to ask you guys to pay the shipping, because if I just give it away to everybody, then it costs me a fortune in shipping. But if everybody chips in, $4 for shipping, then then I can give you guys these CDs. So we've already printed them all. We've got a pile of them here. that are available for you. I'm just going to give them away for $3.99 shipping. Okay, so go to postcardnetworker.info if you want to pick up that CD today. We'll ship them out on Monday. Okay. Again, www.postcardnetworker.info. So it's not .com, it's not .net, it's .info. Postcardnetworker.info. So how to go full-time in postcard marketing. We'll throw that CD in the mail to you guys. There's also an offer on there. You can get a copy of my book discounted if you haven't read it yet. Postcard Dynasty is on there as well. But you got to go through and get the audio CD first. So, hey, have a great weekend, everybody. I wish you all the best. Hopefully, I've opened your mind up a little bit. Hopefully, for those of you guys that that really want this really bad, I've given you some value and given you some thoughts and ideas, and maybe wrote down a few things. And then, of course, with the CD, that'll just help. Throw it in your car or throw it in your CD player, throw it in your laptop, whatever, and you can just listen to it over and over again. And I know it will make a difference because it lays out specifically how to go full-time with our business, with Postcard Networker, and how to really take it to the next level. So have a great weekend, everybody. I wish you all the best. You can go pick up that CD today. We'll ship them all out to you guys on Monday. And, hey, make it a great week, and let's stay positive. And, hey, let's do that challenge. Let's be overly positive, appreciative, thankful, and smile at your family this weekend. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye for now.